social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you.
Hey, what's up? So, for all the people for the Falcons United, definitely make sure that y'all watch out for the video, because the video for the Falcons United is about to be posted. Is actually uploading right now while I'm doing this. Hey man, so for y'all, I got some suspect Wi-Fi, so if I'm glitching, let me know, okay? But hey, we a lot of upsets. What's up, Coach? What's up, Faith Family Football? We got a lot of upsets, man. I got a lot of I told you so's. Kevin Jones, what's up? FU versus the Lions Part 2. Sports Fanatic Dream Chasers. Hey man, I tried. Look, I tried to tell him before it happened. I told him, Coach will already tell you, man. I seen my guy, man. He was pretty upset, you know. But let me talk about the first upset that actually happened. So we have Dream Chase, West Orlando Jags, right? So we already know that they beat them by 20 plus points the first time they played. So the second time they played, right, they was up 14-0. But what happened? The cockiness. You're up. You got to keep your foot on their neck. You got to. When you cocky, you like, oh, we can let up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you start thinking. And then they end up biting them. But I explained to the players also, I said, man, y'all got one more time. And you can ask them. Just go into a game as if y'all already won it and start being cocky. Y'all got one more, right? And so basically, it bit them. It just bit them. I still think the Dream Chasers is the best 12U in the league, in nationals. That's the cold part. I think they're better than DEA. I think they're better than all of them. But the part, you know what I'm saying, Sports Fanatic, where I was kind of skeptical was the mindset. See, when I see people with the mindset like that, yeah, I pick them and I say that they should, based on the talent, I think that they'll beat DEA. I think they got enough to beat DEA. I really think that, right? But when you go there and play a game as if you genuinely won the game, it's not going to turn out. I'm saying that's why when I was talking to Coach Val, he doubled down on me and he said, matter of fact, we're going to beat them by 20 and lost by 2. So when you playing the game, bro, you got to be humble. You got to be humble. You got to go in there, do your assignments. They're not going to lay down for you. It's a win or go home type of situation. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, you're going to play another game, but it ain't for the place, which is what everybody is playing for, right? So Dream Chasers end up getting bit, but they end up smacking beating them, pulling it off at the last minute, right? Rare Breeze had a really close game with the OG Ducks. I believe if they had Boogie, they win the game. That's the difference, you know what I'm saying? So Boogie being hurt actually, is that Rare Breeze had. They still stuck in there. They defense belong, they had a tall task, and they basically did all the stuff that they were supposed to do. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, we had a lot of upsets. The recent one was the OG Ducks losing to West Orlando Jags. So far, West Orlando is putting it on everybody. So them and DEA are both playing at a very high level right now, and I guess the advantage that was the fact that they're at home, they're in Florida, so even they're about 3 hours away. So that's basically the biggest difference. But man, I'm telling y'all, man, I couldn't have guessed this bracket in a million years based on what I've seen. Beating that's the next one I want to talk about, RDU. So RDU end up beating the Mob, right? And in that game, they got some fortunate calls. The RDU got some fortunate calls because the player number one on the pick six, but they end up calling it back. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I didn't see nothing. You know, they called it. I looked on my camera and stuff like that, and then I try to go and see if there was a play or if it was a missed call or whatever the case is. I didn't see anything, so I thought that you know, RDU got a break on that. So yeah, that pretty much was that. And then RDU ended up scoring. They ended up winning that game, but then they got blasted by DEA. So now I'm gonna talk. I want to talk about that game. Now I actually had RDU winning that game, right? But it was with the assumption that there would be some good play calling, with the assumption that they would come out there to play the game and stuff like that, and that just wasn't the case. It's like they went out there to lay down. You know what I'm saying? Went out there to lay down, and then basically they wasn't playing the par. I gave both sides a pointer of just that I'm telling one side one thing, and then the other side nothing. I'm telling them both something, how to win. But I explained to those kids, not to the coaches. I explained to the kids, if y'all wanted to be DEA, y'all gotta be in the backfield. Because if those big back, it's trouble. You're not gonna want to tackle them all game at full speed. Number 23 too big. Number 3 run like a big man. Number 2 is big. All them cats are very, very huge, bro, and they come with punishment. Team that was able to just match DEA physicality was rare so far. I haven't seen nobody else able to match they speed. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So when the I RDU was going to lose yesterday versus DEA, I knew that they were going to lose when the very first play that was called was a pass. I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Because they were on the 7, and then end up passing the ball on the first. So they passed it 3 out of 4 times. So when they did that, I knew it was over. Because first of all, I believe that you got to establish your run game first. Before you do anything else, you got to establish your run game. They didn't establish their run game. They came out passing the ball, and then 2 of the 3 passes actually almost was intercepted. For RDU, it was almost intercepted. So the game plan for that particular game wasn't the right game plan. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew that that it was a slim chance that they were going to win that game. I thought they had a chance, but how they came out, I was like, nah, they ain't got enough, because DEA came out energetic. They ran the ball they were supposed to do. They were mixing it up. They were throwing the ball a little bit. They were just doing all the little stuff. And Sports Fanatic said RDU had Boogie. They win in that. Yeah. Somebody asked me why Boogie left. I didn't really care to ask, but Boogie was the difference maker for both teams, for Rare Breeds and for RDU. Because when RDU had Boogie, they end beating West Orlando. I see how good West Orlando Jags is. They got their revenge on what's the damn team? CD Dream Chasers. They got their revenge on there, and you know they did. So I can't be mad at that. So like I said, if I go back to the 12U bracket, I cannot predict this outcome. I promise you I wouldn't. You could have gave me 10 out of 10 times. I wouldn't have predicted this. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely will go to the second round. I was iffy with RDU. I thought if RDU can get past the first round, they can do some stuff. But then they ended up playing DEA, and DEA just overshadowed them, overpowered them. You know, if you watched any of I haven't posted that one yet. Okay, that one ready. I'm gonna post that. But the next one that's uploading currently while we're actually on this live is the FU versus the Cali Pilots, and that was another situation. See, they came in there, and you guys are going to see this. Falcons United came in dead. I mean, literally came in and they act like they didn't even want to be there. My guys was, I mean, I don't know what had a hold on them. You know what I'm saying? Like they came like they really didn't want to play. It ain't even that they felt like they was better than the team. It just literally looked like they didn't want to play. Sport Fanatic says he says ready for them. Ready for Sunday. Now I'm gonna say this: had the Falcons United play anybody else, they'd be going home. And not to say that the team was bad because they wasn't. You know, they had a little pass game and they had, but I just think that had they played Golden Army or had they played the Lions, then we'd be having a whole different story. But I'm hoping once they see the film, they study the film, which is, like I said, the film is being uploaded right now. It's just taking a while. Hoping that they really look at themselves and evaluate themselves and understand that they're going to have to give not only the effort that they got last time they played the Lions, but they're going to have to put in a little bit more effort at that, because I'm sure that the Lions are going in there, you know, very confident for this game, because when I got on footage when the guy was like, "Oh yeah, it don't even matter who wins. We gonna beat them bad." You know what I'm saying? We gonna win. They going in there confident, and then once they see they saw the FU play the way that they play, it just only gave them added confidence. So, you know, like I told them, man, when you play a game like this, man, this is where stars are born. So, man, it took the defense, you know, to do it their job to basically get it done, because they scored on pick six, but then they end up scoring at the last with about 55 seconds ago. Number 24 ran, you know what I'm saying, for a touchdown for about 50 yards, 55 yards and stuff like that. But like, it shouldn't have been no 14-7. I'm gonna just tell y'all that. That score should have been about 32-7, you know, 32-0. That's the type of you know, score it should have been, with the fact that they only had 18 players at that. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm just giving the Falcons United the same advice, word of advice. When y'all go into this game, go in there with the understanding that if y'all play y'all best, y'all can win. Anything less than that, I don't see you guys pulling it off, because the Lions, like I said, they are are a good team. Back that running back is was good, but he has nothing. That running back has nothing on 00, which is number 7 now. But they don't have nothing on them. So guy was being, successful at the run game for Cali Pilots. Man, come with that same effort, that same energy, then we're gonna have, a total, like a total disaster. You know what I'm saying? So far, man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Then Duval Jags 10U. I end up watching them play, and they were number 2, right, for the 10U. And then they end up losing to Bessemer. Bessemer is a team playing really well right now. So I also was told that they end up making it into the YNC at the last minute. So a last minute team come in and beat the number 2 team. But guess what, though? Guess what? Before the game, you know what the coach said? The coach said, he said, man, this game taking too long. We need to hurry up, bro, so we can put these kids on a running clock. And you know what happened after that? They end up playing right against Bessemer. So Duval Jazz coach said that, and once they started playing against Bessemer, and you know what happened? They got the brakes beat off of them by Bessemer. And they're supposed to be the number 2 seed. So it was the mindset that you put in them kids that they didn't have to give 100% effort because they felt like they were just that much better than the team. And you gotta play. You can't just come in there and thinking that you won the game because you're gonna lose 9 times out of 10. And I've seen it time that mindset. When I seen last year when RDU when they was talking about how, man, we ain't never lost to no Cali team. We ain't gonna lose to no Cali team. And then they end up losing to that Cali team, which was the OG Ducks. So when you go in there, man, just make sure instill in them in those kids' heads that you said Duval was picked. Yeah, man. And then I think Duval for didn't you have Duval for 7U as well? Because I think they lost to RDU. I think they lost to RDU. So I think it's gonna be Bessemer versus RDU. Yes, Duval was your pick. That was for 7U. But then for 10U, Duval was in the nation, and then they end up losing. They end up losing versus Bessemer. So, hey, I mean, it is what it is. But this is what champions are made. This is what champions are born. A lot of play the game the right way. I seen a lot of great talent, to be honest. Gold blooded 11U is cold. TME ended up beating SED, which was the team that actually went to the championship last year, knocked out by TME. So he's a Bessemer for 7U, big Bessemer all year. Yeah, nah, man. I think you had Duval winning it though. You chose Bessemer, but I think you had Duval winning the 7U. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I think tomorrow I wasn't able to do it. I'm gonna give my guy, man, Trey, number of RDU to come on here. He's supposed to come on here today, but I think he may have got busy or something. They probably was doing the filming. I think today was film day where everybody was taking pictures and stuff like that. I didn't go. I didn't go because I had other stuff to do. I brought my family out here as well, so Yeah, I ain't do much there, but crazy time. And honestly, this time so crazy that I don't even want to pick nobody. That's how crazy it is. I pick RDU to win. They lose by 20. Hey, Sharice, how you doing? Glad you that you came in here because I totally forgot. So, which I actually just got back, to the room anyway. So, Sports Fanatic says, please the picture of the man child for 7U Pack Prime. For 7U Pack Prime. Is Pack Prime in it? And what number is he? Because if I think they're supposed to be in sure. I'm not really let's say AU. AU. I know you talking about Big Boy. So they back in it. I think they played Voodoo played them last year. And they just because they team was extra big that was gonna mean something. Hey, Voodoo gotta be the most disciplined team that I've ever seen in pertaining to youth sports. It don't matter what age you pick. I think Voodoo is the most disciplined team. He said our game. Just send me my son pick. Oh no, I gotta post the game. It's other people that want to see themselves, so they anticipating it. But nah, I definitely send it to you. I definitely send that to you. But yeah, it's really a lot of tears, a lot of upsets, a lot of everything and drama. So he said shout out to the 9U Gold Blooded Titans repping Houston. They beat Duval round 1 and almost beat Georgia Eagles, but lost a close one. Hey, I had that division right because I said I believe that it'd be Georgia Eagles versus Twin City again. So I got that. But something, man. I'm not gonna say who. At first, I wasn't gonna say this, but man, one of them little kids, man, ended up breaking my lenses and stuff, my keys, my batteries. Fortunately, I understand why, as far as the guidance and stuff like that, but it just didn't end well, man. And that was the unfortunate part. So I ain't gonna be able to film the way that I usually do, but what I can get, from this point. But it's unfortunate that one of the little kids ended up going on the field, going in my pocket, taking everything out of my pocket and stumping on my lenses and uh all that stuff. So I'm gonna get up with the lady, man. If and try to see, but I tried to be cordial, but it was just a lot, man. It's a lot, but that's really and mostly what I got for this session. I just think, man, I think Lambeau gonna take it. I think they did a really good job versus Rare Breeds. I believe that Voodoo did a really good job, versus the team that they played, and they played Crescent. I just had to call Voodoo the Big Brothers because they end up losing. Crescent end up beating Rare Breeds, and they end up beating RDU. And so, and when they played them in Louisiana, so I look at Voodoo like the Big Brothers. Crescent beat up on them, and then they end up getting the Big Brother, which is the Voodoo, and then Voodoo end up beating up on them because I think it wasn't even close, to be honest. And Voodoo and Crescent, they got some really good players. So I was shocked, and this is for the 8U division. You know what I'm saying? So that there, it wasn't even close. Zerby, what's up? Bye bye CDJ, man. Hey, a lot of people happy about CDJ. A lot of people happy, but look, I still think CDJ is the best team that actually in the Nationals, you know, contended for a national title. A lot of people knew that they were also the better team, but unfortunately, man, mindset sometimes kill the dream. He said DEA happiest. DEA for sure happy. DEA, I mean, they deserve it too, man. I'll be honest. Orlando Jags beating everybody. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Both people. What's up, J boy? He says YSC 2000. Yeah, man. Right now, this thing is going up. It's going up. Like you can't even predict. He said 14U Rampage said he lost a teammate to OG Ducks, and look what happened. Rampage still goes to, and OG Ducks lose in the semifinals. And remember, OG Ducks beat the LA Rampage, and then remember what I told y'all. I told you guys that Rampage is no. I'm sorry. They lost to the OG Buckeyes, and I told y'all come playoffs, championship, and I had Jaden Jefferson on here telling them like, hey, I still think that you guys are going to win it. You know, right now you just getting back acclimated to the game, and what he do, I told y'all. That's why I say that he's actually better than guy named play for San Antonio Outlaws, I believe. That's why I had him over him. And a lot of people told me that I was crazy because I had picked him, you know, over Archer, Kane Archer. You know, he's a little guy, but man, he knows the game. Coach Moyo, what's up, man? He says DEA gonna have a tough task with the Jags. Don't sleep on the boy. Here's the thing, too. I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not sleeping on the Jags. They bring offense. See, that's the thing. See, that's the difference. See, they actually know how to score. That's man, look, listen to this roster. We talking about all defense here. We had DEA. We had the mob defense, RDU defense. We talking about what's the other team? Oh, in this situation, OG Ducks defense. What's the other team? So you had two teams that had the offense, which was Orlando and it was Orlando West Orlando Jags, and you had CD Dream Chasers. The only team in this division, this conference, that actually had. That's the only two teams. Everybody else, they just big on defense. And then I knew once DEA got up on RDU, I already knew it was over because they are good on defense, and RDU didn't have any offense. J Boy TME is going to be the most hyped game going into Sunday. Okay, yeah. Who do you got winning, J Boy? Family Football says, man, matter of fact, I'm sorry, man. Let me put y'all comments on there. I'm gonna just just to show that this is proof that y'all was here, man. Hey, what's up, Kevin Jones? Till I catch up. Dream Chasers. But yeah, I agree with Sports Fanatic. He said that if Boogie played for RDU, they win. And I think that was the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to tackle Boogie. Nobody wants to tackle Boogie all day. and we know that. All right, let me get the picture. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of people happy about that CD Dream Chasers. Don't forget Rampage over Buckeyes and the Maryland Heat. But yeah, Zerpy was right. A lot of people was right. YNC. Okay. Family Football says the Rampage QB said that he lost to OG Ducks. And look what happened. Rampage still goes to the championship, and OG Ducks lose in the semifinal. Hey, do y'all agree with the statement and that most teams are going to the AYF because they wanted to avoid playing Falcons United? Do y'all agree with that, or do y'all think that's cap? DEA gonna have a tough task with the deep on them. That's for Coach Moyo. Sports Fanatic says all my predictions lost in the first round except 8U, 10U, 11U, and 13U. Hey, you gonna have to read. Oh, that's cap. Hey man, if I'm telling y'all, if the Falcons United play the way that they did yesterday, man, I got CD Dream Chasers beating them. If that's the case, I'm gonna be honest. But even though I know they are an excellent team, they're a really good team, and I think that they are the best team, right? I truly think that. But you know, they came out flat, man. They came out really flat. Yeah, OG Ducks. Yeah, I know they lost. They for sure they bigger than DEA. Hold on, you talk about you talk about the OG Ducks bigger than DEA? Or you talk about the Jags? Man, you said the Jags is big, but they didn't even look that big to me. To be honest, bro, I'm gonna be all the way honest. I just think that they came to play. That's crazy. I don't think that they that big. Rare Breeds play. They play TME. They from my understanding, they got a 6'3" guy. He for sure legit 6'3", because when I went next to him, he was towering over me for sure. I don't think that's the thing, man. Rare Breed's got every situation that you need, man. That's why I can't count Rare Breed out. He says a coach Moore says they have top tier speed. The Jags got the speed, DEA got the physicality. Man, look, you gotta be, man. West Orlando Jazz gotta have the physicality as well, because you gotta be physical to play against the CD Dream Chasers. So if tame them, that means that you are definitely playing physical, because they just as physical as DEA. So I think with Dax, man, with the momentum that they have, if they come in confident and not being cocky and stuff, I think they got a chance. But like I said, DEA bringing out new stuff. See, DEA has been running plays and stuff that they never run. Who you talking about, Coach? Rare Breed versus TME going to be the most hyped game. Rare Breed, they my main team. Yeah, hey, J Boy been riding with them, man, since last season. I ain't gonna lie to you. He says, I'm mad all the teams I won in the ship for 12 you are out. And see, and this is important to get the games during the season. You may never play the teams. You may never play the team. And even if you play the teams, it don't mean that you just better than the team. Look at what just happened. Remember what I said earlier. They already beat CD Dream Chasers. I mean, Dream Chasers already beat West Orlando. They beat them bad. They didn't even score. But now, look, the tables turn. You feel what I'm saying? So it don't always pay one in the season. It still don't mean that you the better team. This team can actually still be a little bit better. But I think in this case, that CD Dream Chasers took their opponent lightly and they end up paying for it. That is his opinion. He said Jags won preseason Y and C, right? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. Preseason Y and C. I know DEA has never lost, so I know that they didn't beat them. That's one thing I do know. Jax lost to RDU and CDJ in the early part of the season. Yeah, right. Lost to both of them. But remember, when they lost to RDU, at that time they had Boogie. They ain't had Boogie no more. You feel what I'm saying? Boogie would have been a difference because, like, had they had Boogie, they could have good on defense, physical, and they would have had him to be able to tackle some guys like number 23 and stuff like that. Because if you really look at Boogie at his games, that little fella always throwing the best players. He always smacking them, doing all the stuff that he's supposed to do. J Boy says, why didn't YNC invite Vegas Strong and Mississippi Wolfpack for 14U? Man, that's a really great question. It's a really great question. I heard that that Vegas Strong had lost though. They lost in the AYF, if I'm not mistaken. I heard they lost. So it wasn't a foregone conclusion, I can tell you that. RDU beat the Jags in Florida. CDJ beat Jags in Alabama. Yeah. But hey, man, they definitely got the home field right now. They doing their thing. Who Rare Breeds 11 you play? They play TME, and TME got a receiver, man, that's like 6'3". So when they do their game, to make sure they get to that quarterback, and I think that they got some receivers that's tall enough to actually play against them. So it shouldn't be the way that it was against SED, because SED, they came not having no answers from them. He says, who beat IB Braves? I don't know. That's AYF. In the early part, I know that the champions, Arizona champions, beat the IB Braves, and I believe that they lost. I believe they lost like twice. He says when they played. They played, I believe, Sunday. I hope West Orlando Jags win against DEA. Why? Because they beat. Why? Why you hope that? You hope that because they beat RDU. I just hope for a good game. That the referee don't cheat, and the best team win. Zerby, what you asking? You said number 20 is big, bro. Let me see. You said they lost to Wolfpack, and Zerby says why people in comments was saying OG was bigger than Rare Breeds. Man, they really are. Man, OG is huge, and they're huge. So I was kind of looking forward to seeing that game. I wanted to see OG Dubs um versus DEA. But hey, I have no horse in the race. It's just a preference that I had. And they already played. They already played, and DEA ended up winning. I think like by a touchdown or something. Yeah, nah, Zerby, they for sure bigger though. No IB Braids came back and beat champions. No, not that game. No, I'm sorry, sir. You inaccurate on that statement. They definitely lost that game. Okay, I wanted to see IB Braids versus Falcons United. You talking about 13U? Yeah, I wanted to see, man. I wanted to see them play. I wanted to see IB Braids versus the Falcons. He said, "I'm salty for sure." Them old kids, they the same age. She said they old. Now I look honestly a little more mature. See, the thing is, and they had more cohesiveness with with each other. The coach actually told me, he literally told me this. He said that them kids that's on DEA, a lot of them been playing for like 5 or 6 years with each other. That's a lot, man. That's a long time to be playing. And then they just added some additions. Yeah, no in the AYF. Yeah, they Ivy Braves for sure in the AYF. He said the Braves beat him not the champions. Ivy Braves, man, if we talking about 12, you know. He said, no, my kid. She said, no, my kid is 12 for real. Man, he's actually a good player. Literally just now recognizing he doesn't turn 13 until next year. Hey, I must be getting it mixed up. I know one of them IB Braves lost to um the AZ champions, but I thought it was man. Hold on, man. I'm gonna have to for sure pull that up real quick because I know I ain't tripping. I know I ain't tripping. I know I'm not. He over there. You over there got me tripping right now, man. So either I'm gonna believe you or my lying eyes. I think I'm gonna choose my lying eyes. He says Arizona. This is what I'm typing in right now. Arizona champions versus IB Braves. I mean, yeah, IB. Let me see. Let's see what's the result. Cause I know I'm not tripping. Arizona champions. Okay. So I'm about to I'm actually, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let there be light. You can't see nothing. Oh, that's because it ain't nothing on there. It's just a white screen. My bad, y'all. Got y'all thinking y'all tweaking. But nah, I gotta look at this because look, I'm just go to the actual score towards the end. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm looking at it right now, right? Final score. What that say? I just gotta show Zerpy something real quick. Can you see that? Can you see that? You see that? That's the IB Braves. Arizona Champions 25, IB Braves 24. So that was the score. If we talking about 12U. So I'm trying to see where you got your information from, sir. Let me see. He said, "Do you think TME getting a big head because every time they talking crap to rare breeds, it gives them more fuel." Honestly, honestly, that's like I already said it, man. The thing about Coach Mark, man, he's a really good adjuster. He know how to make adjustments. So the fact was like that, you know what I'm saying? Like they're I'm pretty sure they're looking at tape to figure out, what to do and how to stop this kid. Because when you 6'3", it's gonna definitely be hard to stop you. But then when you got somebody like Ryan on that team, which is like I said, man, anybody, if he's going head up with him, I'll pick them versus anybody. It just depend on, how they game planning it. Sharice says, I do hope FU wins. I mean, it'll be a good thing to see, especially me being able to watch them grow up and play, and I've never seen them win one or hoist the championship. Like as far as on the nationals, that'll be something good to see. But like I say, I'm happy for either one. I'm happy for the Lions. I'm happy for FU. He's he says, "LOL." Them DA boys are the right age. They all up on YouTube, 9, 10, and 11. So he said you got verification. All right, 6U championship, Bessemer versus ATL Elite. Ooh, that's gonna be good, man. I ain't gonna be a really good game. And I really can't wait. I really can't wait. That's gonna be a really good game. Cause my guy, Sports Fanatic, he got Bessemer. I think he got Bessemer. I think he had Duval Jags winning it, but speaking highly on Bessemer. So, I don't know. 7U championship. Yeah, 7U, but that 7U, that's gonna be crazy. Hey man, shout out to Bessemer, man, for having at least two. No, no, no. Shout out to Bessemer for having three. That gotta be up for man, that literally has to be like a really great feat to have at least three of your team to be like ATL Elite don't have that. They have 4 teams that went, but ATL Elite don't have that. No other team has in there competing for a championship. I think RDU did last year, but I don't think nobody has that right now. Bessemer got 6. They got 6, 7U, and they got 10U. you, man, was playing a butt off. Man, Sports Fanatic, man, you should have came out here, my guy. What's going on, man? What's like? I could have tried to work some. I thought you was already coming. We was already, we had a conversation. I thought you was coming, and Alert Sports was coming. Hey, also too, man, if y'all new, man, make sure I hit that like button and subscribe to the page. AU Championship, Pac Prime versus Voodoo. It's the rematch. Then we got Georgia Eagles versus Twin City, and those teams are definitely equally matched. So that's crazy. Then we got for 10U, we got Bessemer versus Big Lambo. And I seen Bessemer. They coming. They coming. Like I can't even front. Bessemer, they're coming. And not just that though, it was stated that they almost didn't even make it. They said minute. They weren't even gonna give Bessemer the invite. I'm like, wow. So now we got 11U championship Rare Breed versus Trey Main Elite. Okay, TME. That's big right there. They got big boy. But all right, real quick though, let me go ahead and give you my prediction. All right, we got 6U. I'm thinking ATL Elite take that. 7U. I'm thinking honestly. I think REU, the defending champions. I think Voodoo beats Pac Prime. Then I got for 10U. Last year I stayed away from that. This year I'm gonna stay away from that because both of these teams that I don't know. But even though Twin City beat the brakes off of them in the championship last year, they still equally match. When they played this year, the score was only 7-6. Let me see. So for 11U, yeah, we got Trey Main Elite. So I got I gotta see it, honestly. But now I'm gonna go with Rare Breeze. The defending is I think the kid's strategy is pretty much gonna be probably just throw the ball up. But like I said, man, I've seen that. See, here's the thing. I've already seen which they got a very tall running receiver. They got a really tall receiver. I've seen them, game plan versus them. So I think that they would be able to pull it off and do the same thing. For this one, says if DA had an 11U this year, Rare Breeze, TME and SCD. Why you feel like that, J boy? What would give you that assumption that DEA having a 11U would challenge them? 12U championship, West Orlando versus DEA. Man, great offense versus great defense versus really good defense and mediocre offense. So who do I go with that? Honestly, something is telling me to say West Orlando Jags, but from what I've seen, I don't know. Might gotta go with DEA. I can be wrong. That's the thing about it. So 13U Lauderhill versus Falcons United. I think if Falcons United come out like they did the first time they played against them, I think they got enough to win. So it's just that determining factor. How are they coming out? they taking are they, willing to do the X's and O's and execute? That's the determining factor. So then we got 14U where we got MD Heat versus LA Rampage. Man, I think MD Heat is definitely they're making noise, they're bringing it. But I gotta go with the defending champions, the one that actually has the experience. Coach Moyo said, he said, who is I play with Jackpot Boys. Let me see. Anywhere on offensive line, defensive line. Okay. All Georgia teams except for 12 and 14U. Yeah, man. I think oof. We got some good games to come. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do something totally different. I am. I gotta do something totally different to make sure that I get this stuff out in the quickest way as possible. Even though I feel like I am quick. All right, yeah. So that video, man, is it should be up. If you up here, Carter, it definitely should be up. You feel me? So, man, I made my prediction. It hit the hour mark. I gotta go. And let me see. He says, any thoughts on 12U Jackpot Boys? Hey, are they playing in AYF this year? How they doing? Coach Ken, you got the game times for them. All of them say TBA to be announced. I'm a upload it once I do the FU. It's already ready though. It's already ready. See, the reason we did FU first is so they can basically get a chance to see themselves. And RDU lost, so they will be able to kind of correct their mistakes. So that's why I actually did them before I put out. So I edited RDU first. I just wanted to put the FU out first. But said Coach Moyle he said we're gonna win. We were missing a lot of players. Man, look, I'm gonna kind of minimize that excuse though, Coach. And here's why. FU literally almost lost yesterday, right? For some reason, man, it just seemed like something was just holding them down. It just felt like that, right? They could not get going for nothing in the world. And oh yeah. But yeah, I think the Jackpot Boys literally always been like, to me, like Jackpot Boys have always been good. I just think honestly, as far as the clutch gene, I don't see, like, they do well throughout the season, but then once it come time for for the like the championship and stuff like that, I don't think they play as well. But I think they good. He says, yeah, I would say there is no excuses in football. A loss is a loss. I mean, that's true. But then, like, it depends Hands though, coach, because like I say, like if you got, you should be able to do enough with them, but cause look, the reason why I say that is like you got like a Boogie. We already know Boogie play, they win. Um, and he's just a difference maker on the defensive end. Were those the type of caliber players that you were missing, or or you just had some players that pretty much that are, there was less substitutions you was able to make. Um, there were certain players that you could put in. Okay, yeah. So you was missing those type of players. Okay, I feel it then. I definitely feel it. Cause man, when you missing those type of players, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the players don't even get a all because they feel like that player not there. They not good enough to, you know, to fit in or to do their part to the point where it's gonna help. Man, they don't even feel confident. So having your best player or missing your best player, man, I know how that can affect the team for real. But shoot, man. But yeah, he says, wait till you see Peanut and Marquise work. Not to mention, I think our physicality in the trenches would be crazy. Yeah, I'm man, I would love to see it. I definitely would love to see it. Yeah, nah, they for sure good. I just think, kind of like, all right, so I'm gonna say Jack Boys is equivalent to 12U rare breeds. And here's what I mean by that. They play well throughout the season, right? Are they yeah, and then when it comes playoff, they play well, right? But then it just can't. So like for instance, like rare breeds, right? They were up, they were down 12-6. They had the ball with 6 minutes to go and had a chance to basically either tie the game or take over. So so basically they end up throwing the interception, right? After running the ball for 9 yards. So they end up throwing the interception. So that's that game, right? So then when they play against DEA, they down 14-16. Get a screen pass, get down to the 3. Instead of scoring, they end up having to move backwards. So that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like once they get that clutch gene and they're able to, hold on to the win, when they're gonna possibly win that championship, to be honest. But until then, I don't see it. Right now, I don't see it. Triple X Moore, he says they are the top players on the team. Yeah, hey man. Also, did y'all see number 1 for RMG? That kid, number 1, and then you got number 19 on Gold Blooded. Man, those cats are cold. And to be honest, I didn't know that they was that good because when I was in action when I was in New Orleans, and they wasn't doing all that stuff, right? Number 19 wasn't doing all that. But when he played against other teams, this dude shine. He shines. But that's a testament to how good and how well coached rare breeds are. Yeah, they for sure, man. They for sure cold. So but RMG end up playing against Gold Blooded, right? Which was a match that I wanted to see as well. And when I tell you it was a really good game, it was at one point 40 to 46. So you know they putting up numbers. 40 to 46. And I asked the player, number 19, I said, man, how was y'all up 30 to 12 and then it end up being 40 to 46? Man, they got a grown man on their team. Number one is a young man, but at 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 the end of the day, man, he's still a child. He just hard to tackle though. He's hard to tackle. So when they play ATL Elite, they was able to somehow, detain them and maximize their defense. But this cat, he still scored, not just once, scored twice, doing his thing, and it just shows that how good this guy is. But yeah, man, that's all I got, man. For now, I would definitely be trying to go live, maybe on the YouTube when the game start. You said, okay, man, coach be coming through. Faith Family Football, 6U is 12:30. 7U is at 2:15. 4 9U is at 5. That 9U might be he said on Sunday. Yes. Let me go ahead, man, take a picture of this because definitely need those. Yeah, like I knew that they play tomorrow. I just didn't know what time. I was 10U. Yeah. They play on Sunday. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 games on Sunday. So I don't know. I don't know them times though. Not the Sunday. Well, I didn't even know this one. Hey, also too, man, I got some that I'm looking to work on with coach pertaining to Honey Badger. Man, I think y'all gonna really enjoy it, man. So I'm gonna probably do like some series. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like to put out some content. And yeah, I think y'all gonna for sure like this one. And then also, do you guys 13? Also, I want to ask y'all a question too, because like football season about to be over with, and I want to make sure I get some other content. And so some of the other stuff that I'm thinking of posting to this page is like stuff like basketball and boxing. Do you guys watch boxing? I know some of y'all watch basketball, but I want to know if you guys watch boxing, because that's some of the stuff that I'm gonna be looking forward to. And going to the boxing matches and get some footage and stuff until until the season start back, and then I get back into football. But right now, I'm trying to expand, man. It's a lot of babies that need just football. Football being my main thing, but I want to help in other areas as well. So you know, just trying to expand and brand. But yes, I guess it's all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, man, the support be real. You know, for those who definitely decide to come and show some love. Also, man, if y'all new, hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit the subscribe button. He said, yeah, boxing the truth. Tank got a fight coming up. Yeah, Tank got a fight coming up, but man, I'm starting to get into youth boxing because that boxing, man, a lot of these people are ducking each other. Nobody wants to fight. Like for instance, people want to fight Devin Haney. They rather fight around Devin Haney. Like Tank, he's calling Devin Haney out, but when it comes time to make the fight, he's not doing it. Then you got people like the situation with in Errol Spence. Then you got the Ryan Garcia, the Teofimo Lopez they don't want to fight and all that. So I'm not even focusing on professional boxers. I'm focusing on these young kids. You know what I'm saying? So for now, man, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.